If you work in HVAC, electrical, industrial maintenance, or if you've served in the military, Amazon Web Services is actively hiring for some of the most in-demand roles in cloud infrastructure. And if this is news to you, let's talk about what these opportunities actually look like. All right, before I get into this, if you don't have any of that background, please stay with me because there's a program in here built specifically for people with zero data center experience. High school grads, career changers, coming straight from retail or healthcare, it does not matter. That is coming up. But first, what is a hyperscale data center? It's a 100,000 square foot building sitting next to a substation in either Virginia, Ohio, Oregon, Texas, Indiana, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Georgia, or one of their other locations, pulling enough power to run a small city. But none of that runs by itself, and none of it gets fixed by someone who's never touched actual hardware. It gets fixed by someone who can read a single line diagram, someone who knows what a chiller trip looks like, and then actually cares what happens if you miss it. That is not a cloud cert. That is a trade. And most of those people have no idea Amazon Web Services is actively looking for them right now. So let me clear up a few things. First, the first assumption is that you need a degree or a cloud certification just to apply. Most of the hands-on roles at AWS data centers have no degree requirement, no certification requirement. What they actually care about is whether you can work safely around high voltage systems, whether you can follow a maintenance procedure without cutting corners, and whether you can keep your head on straight if something fails at 3 a.m. I've been that person, and it's exactly as fun and rewarding as it sounds. The second assumption is that it's a dead-end job just doing maintenance work, which cannot be further from the truth. Engineering operations technicians and data center operations engineers are running change management, executing planned maintenances, and responding to infrastructure events. Some of these roles come with clearance that carries their own weight. Amazon Web Services has an internal career framework. People move on from technician roles into engineering, infrastructure delivery, and facility management. People assume it just tops out at technician, and it does not. All right. The third assumption, and probably the most wrong, is that military experience doesn't carry over. The discipline around procedures, working in high-stakes environments, 24/7 shift operations, and in a lot of cases, an active DoD security clearance, all of that is directly applicable. And for positions in cleared facilities, AWS will maintain and possibly upgrade your clearance. If you've spent years in service building that, it doesn't have to stop mattering the day you separate. Now, here are some role families that you need to pay attention to. Engineering operations technician, data center engineering operations, data center technician, data center infrastructure engineer, and infrastructure delivery. A lot of these cover both commercial and cleared opportunities. So depending on your background and where you're located, there may be more options than you'd expect. Electrical and mechanical technician is power and cooling. Generators, UPS, chillers, crack units, switchgear. If you've worked in industrial, electrical, or HVAC, this is almost one-to-one skill transfer. You're not starting over. You're doing the exact same thing, just in a different building. Engineering operations technician and data center operations engineer is the day-to-day facility operations, monitoring systems, responding to alerts, running maintenances, hardware deployments. If you've run operations in a shift environment, a plant, or a military installation, you already know what this job feels like. Data center infrastructure engineer is a little more technical, focused on cooling systems and infrastructure at a deeper level. If you've got an engineering background, that's the one to look at. Data center technician and infrastructure delivery is the physical hardware layer, racking servers, running cabling, hardware swaps, troubleshooting at the physical layer. Some of these positions have no experience required. Not, we'll consider candidates without experience. No, literally, no experience required. And then facilities manager, if you've managed a commercial building, a plant, or a base, this is the same job at a different scale. Vendors, capacity, compliance, maintenance across an entire campus. Now, this video is sponsored by Amazon Web Services, which means I got to talk directly to the team about what they're actually looking for. So what I'm telling you right now isn't pulled from just a job posting. This is straight from the source. If you don't have any data center experience at all, AWS has a program called the Work-Based Learning Program, or WBLP for short, and it's worth actually paying attention to. 12 months paid. You're not fronting money for a boot camp and crossing your fingers. You're an employee getting a real paycheck, learning data center operations with support from the team around you, with a direct path into becoming a full-time position. WBLP is a zero to hero program, and they really mean it. They train you on every skill you need before moving you to the next level. You're not thrown in alone. It's not sink or swim. The program isn't just for people with trades or military backgrounds. You're coming in from retail, healthcare, or straight out of high school. You're eligible. They want people who are curious and can back it up with something real. Work history, school, volunteering, whatever you got, that's it. They'll take it. So, what does actually applying look like? There are 2 interviews. 2. That is the whole thing. Not 5 rounds, not a take-home project. 2 conversations. And then they make an offer decision within 5 days. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but I've applied to jobs that took months to get back to me, and being in limbo sucks. They're not quizzing you on cloud architecture. They want to know if you understand physical systems, that you can follow a procedure, and that you'll operate safely when something goes wrong. If your work history shows that, and you can talk about it clearly, you've got a shot. Oh, and a tip for the actual interview, be specific. I maintained UPS systems in a hospital lands a lot harder than, I have experience in some electrical. No. Think about the highest stakes situation you've dealt with in your field and be ready to walk through exactly what you did, how you communicated during it, and what happened. If you're coming from the military, document your clearance level, your MOS or rating, the system you actually worked on. That's exactly what they want to see for the cleared roles. Now, here's where I actually want to walk you through where to go, because their job website can be a little overwhelming if you've never navigated through it before. You're going to start at amazon.jobs. Once you're there, go to Teams, then find Amazon Web Services, then select Data Centers. Or you can skip all that and just use the link in the description and go straight there. But from that page, you can filter by location, team, and role, whatever applies to you. The WBLP listing is there too, and I'd recommend starting with that filter if you have no prior data center experience, because that is exactly what WBLP is for. The path into tech gets pitched as degrees and certifications and get a job at help desk and work your way up. And yeah, that works. But if you already have spent years working with physical systems and have written off tech because you thought it wasn't for you, no, you're wrong. And if you're starting from zero, that's exactly what WBLP is for. Links to the open roles and the WBLP program are in the description. If you're watching this and thinking about making a move, drop a comment with a question you have about data center careers. I read them all and I'll answer what I can. Subscribe if you want more of this, and I'll see you in the next one.